Hello world, my name is Farah and you are watching the first video on my new YouTube channel, Farah Tales. Anyways, this channel is going to be about recovery from mental health, and mainly with me it is my eating disorder and some depression and anxiety mixed in with that because everything has to be comorbid. But I also wanted it to be about personal growth and just being a better person overall for the world. Without further ado, my first video shall be about reasons to recover. And I wanted to make this my first video to start off on a positive note. Reason number 1. The world needs you. As cliche as it sounds, every single person is needed on this earth. The likely chance that you were given this life is minuscule, but I know you don't really want to hear about that. Anyways, but in all seriousness, even if you are kind to one person once a week, you made a person's life better, even if it's in a minuscule way. And the world needs that. I'm pretty sure most, if not all of you watching are amazing, good people who have dreams, goals, ambitions. And even if you don't, that's fine. You have time to figure that out. And it's important you do. And even if you don't, it's fine. Just live an awesome life. And that is what the world will need from you. It'll make it so that not only are you happy and that you end up contributing to a world that, despite all that's going on, is still pretty incredible. It also means that you make other people's lives better, even if it's just holding a door open once in a while, or it's creating an app that literally saves lives. From the small to the large, it's all making a difference. And I think we really need to acknowledge that in our lives. Reason number 2. So, you know how I said before how this world is incredible despite all of the terrible things that are going on? I meant it. I know it's really hard to believe, especially when you spiral down all those, terrible news outlets and just terrible news stories that you see going around, and just when you see all that crazy things from, some dumb blog to, a national news story. But trust me, there is good. And reason number 2 is that if you are not recovering, you aren't going to be able to really experience this awesome world. And I know that kind of seems too positive, and I don't want to seem like, shoving smiles and sunshine down your throat, but in all seriousness, think of it like, maybe if you didn't own a pet, you get to own a pet. If you haven't graduated high school, university, if that's your goals, you haven't done that yet. If you haven't gone skydiving, bungee jumping, just crazy extreme sports, you haven't really done it. And you haven't really traveled all the world, like from places like Paris to Uganda. There's amazing culture, food, stories, lives that you won't be able to experience. But let's say maybe you have. There are stuff that humanity is coming up with that if we aren't recovering, we aren't going to get to experience. How they're creating commercial space travel. Imagine that. Being able to go to space like you would go to another country. It sounds incredible. Or what about, when they're creating these new different types of foods like that, like lab-grown meat. That's amazing. Or maybe when they are making it so that travel is going to have those spherical tires. I know it's something weird, but who knows? Maybe it'll be super fun. Anyways, there's just a lot that we can discover in our lifetimes, and without recovery, it is really hard to appreciate those things.
Don't kill yourself today because no one else will finish off the chicken in the fridge. Don't kill yourself until you finish your shampoo and conditioner at the same time. Don't kill yourself until Doctor Who is finally cancelled. Don't kill yourself until you tell someone your best pasta recipe. Don't kill yourself because I will keep coming up with more reasons and I need you to hear all of them. Don't kill yourself. I love you. You're important. It's a bad day, not a bad life. There is more to this. Think of all the sunrises you miss. Think of all the celebrity Twitter fights, all the puppies and goldfish. Think of all the sunflowers and frozen yogurt flavors. I know this sounds pointless. When you're sitting in front of everything deadly you own and revising your goodbyes, there will be too much darkness to see anything else, but this is not about seeing anything else. This is about turning off the lights. This is about finding the bed sheets instead of the noose. This is about giving yourself just one more day.
Reason number 3. Not sure if you know this, but when you're so trapped in your mental illness, you kind of lose a part of yourself. I've noticed it a lot, especially in my lows of lows where everything is so foggy and just you don't feel like you exist. But when you recover, even if it's a slow recovery, there's going to be a point in time where you notice that you're finding yourself again. As cliche as that sounds. I am now like a few months into my recovery. I only started going to counseling a few weeks ago, you could say, but I'm noticing a difference. I'm noticing how I just kind of have more energy. I don't spiral as much as I used to. I am getting more interest in my hobbies again and kind of feeling that fire. Like, it's hard to say, but even before, when I was in some of my dark places, like, I couldn't really look forward to much, and it was pretty difficult. Like, I couldn't really see the value in my life, but becoming myself again and, pushing against this eating disorder and this fight that I'm having in my head and feeling like I'm winning, it's amazing. And I know it's not that case. Maybe a lot of you right now are in a lot of your low places, and I'm really sorry that you have to go through that, because I really wish that not as many people have to go through it as there are. But I'm here to tell you, I know you're not going to believe me, and you won't really believe many others, but I'm right in the thick of it right now. And even though I'm not perfect, I am feeling like myself again. I'm getting back into my hobbies. I'm starting a YouTube channel. I'm, just understanding who I am. And it's not going to be the same person as before. It's probably going to be a much more wise person. It's probably going to be someone who might be different. You might not have the same interests as you did before. But it's going to be you. I'm not saying you aren't you right now, but I'm saying you're going to feel more like yourself, and you're going to become the self you probably want to be. Reason number 4. So this is kind of going to bounce off of what I last said about how you're kind of becoming yourself again. But it's more so about how life is enjoyable. Remember how I said in the beginning how unlikely it is that we actually exist? I mean, it is an actual figure. But I know that it's hard to kind of grapple in that, especially when you're struggling with crazy thoughts in your head. But life is enjoyable. It might not be the life that we want. It might not be how we picture it in our heads. But it is amazing, and there's something beautiful about it not being perfect. There's beauty in recovery because it means that we're being reborn. Like, weird as it sounds, right now my head is so much more clear, and I'm so much more conscious of everything that's going on in my life. I have more gratitude, and I'm realizing the good that's going on. And obviously, my recovery is a lot more different than someone else is going to be, whether they have depression, bipolar, schizophrenia, whatever. Someone with an eating disorder, it's going to be, more so about dealing with those issues that you have and, seeking out help. And that's the same with a lot, but, those issues are different with each different mental illness. But what I'm trying to say without rambling is how on top of being yourself again, you're going to be able to see life for what it is. And you're going to see your life for what it is. Reason number 5. I guess this one's going to be a bit cliche, but I guess this whole video is cliche, so it doesn't matter at this point. You really do deserve to recover, and you owe it to yourself. You owe it to yourself and the people who around you who love and care about you, whether it be your pet, your plants, even if all you have is the mailman. You owe it to the people around you and yourself, most importantly. And I know this is hard to hear. A lot of people do care about you. I know your illness might trick you into feeling that you're a burden and that others around you are just, kind of tolerating your existence. But in all seriousness, they aren't faking it or lying to you when they say that they love you or that they care about you or that you're intelligent or that you're so loving and charming and good. That isn't something people fake, and I know that that's a typical story a lot of us tell ourselves. And most importantly, it's the story that we tell ourselves. We have such a hard time recovering, and we have such a hard time because we have these terrible thoughts programmed into us. But I'm here to tell you that those detrimental thoughts are wrong. And I know that me saying that it's not going to do much. But I hope that even if I reach out to just one person and make maybe one of their days better just from saying that. I want to tell everyone who's watching right now, or even anyone who isn't, that they are allowed to recover. Anyways, that concludes my first video. I hope you found it helpful, and I hope you stick around for more of my content. Sorry if I was a bit flustered, and hopefully as time goes on I'll be a bit more confident, get a bit more quality in my videos. But for now, I hope that works. Anyways, please subscribe, ring the bell, and leave a comment if you'd like. I want to create a community here to help us all out. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time.